Mabuhai Maxima, and this is MR, your host. And for today, we will talk about coffee. Not just coffee, not just if your favorite is Arabica or Barako or Guatemalan coffee, which I just drank a while ago, and it's not really that bad. But not that kind of coffee. We are going to talk about the essence, the life of the people who are making coffee. The when we talk about coffee, it's not just the drink; it's about the lifestyle and what is really uh, the the life that coffee gives. So, with me, I have not just one, but two guests for today, and they are the couple behind Dream Wide Awake. Dream Wide Awake is a coffee and cacao and creatives company. They envision their future cafe as a place where ideas are formed and inspiration is sparked. With a good cup of inspiration in their coffee or beverage and an inviting artsy atmosphere, they aim to give people the boost they need while pursuing their dreams. Now, with me is Mr. and Mrs. Christian and Ella Regis. Hi, guys. Good evening.
Hi,
Hi.
everyone. Thank you for
Nice.
having us here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Hello.
for accepting. How are you guys?
We're good. Well, COVID affected all businesses, so medyo laying low, but we feel like parang it's timing then
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of doing some experiments with our menu. We're parang we've dived into learning during these times. So medyo sakto na lang din na laying low, and then hopefully when things start to pick up, we'll start with new offerings then as well.
Actually, when somebody asks a question, I always tell them the word coping because I think for
Coping.
all SMEs, we're all coping with this pandemic, and
Yeah.
it's also that time when there are things na we are going to do. I mean, we thought about them, and I think we need to do it because we have no choice. It's like that. So yeah, so we did all these experiments, and so far, it's a good experience to know that things are working.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to visit your booth again in one of the fairs and check
Yeah.
out your new menu. Oh my God. Just a little background, guys. These two, I've met them at the Good Trade. It's a sustainable fair that happens every once in a while at BGC. And they are the, I don't know if it's okay to say, but they are the cutest, most adorable couple that I have ever met. Like, they have this wooden cart that is like the maker is here, there's a little decor here, and they're serving hand poured coffee and cacao and soy milk. And they showed me that they made the cart themselves. It has its own built in sink and it has a heater, and it was
Yeah.
amazing, and they were so passionate and they're so adorable. And I'm like, oh, sana all relationship goals. And every now and every
Yeah.
time I'll visit the fair, good trade, I would always be happy to see them there. And then eventually, I brought my baby with me, and they met them. They met my
Oh.
baby. My baby met them. I actually told him that we're gonna do this today, and he was so happy. Like, oh, that's so much fun!
Oh.
I was really excited to see this episode, and I'm really happy that you're experimenting this coping time, as you said. This coping time is working well with you guys. Any sneak peek of the new additions to the Dream Ride Awake family?
That's the big one.
Or secret pa? Ah, secret.
In terms of milk, siguro, because right now we offer vegan, plant-based milk, right? So we're experimenting on grain-based
Mm.
naman, um, grains. Instead of nuts, using grains or a mix of nuts and grains, like that.
Like
So
rice milk,
yeah,
ganon?
yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
that or
Yeah, right.
adlai. But still trying to get that right taste. Then that would be good for the consumers as well.
Because
Yeah.
the thing about making plant-based milk, and we want to stick with our advocacy of not using chemicals,
Mm-hmm.
it's difficult to create something that doesn't, last a long time. Because
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, we don't use emulsifiers, we don't use preservatives. I
Preservatives.
mean, chemical preservatives. So we have to tweak it, figure it out, find ways to make it
Yeah.
last longer.
research about it, how to make it, how to lengthen the shelf life naturally.
Right, right. Oh my god, it's so interesting. Like I remember there was a time that I think I brought the the it's your products are in reusable glass
Mm.
bottles, right? So aesthetic
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
pleasing, like so Instagram worthy. So I brought it home, and I remember the next day I was, because I know it's really all natural, no preservatives. I was praying, sana hindi ka panis, sana hindi ka panis, because I wanted to savor it for my morning
Oh,
drink. Umabot
Mm.
naman.
okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, my morning that day was so much good. And because I'm like, do by the way.
Oh, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice kasi we've been doing online selling kasi during this pandemic. So whenever we send our product, kasi napapa-extend na namin yung shelf life niya. But we always tell
Mm.
our customers na if you notice that there are it's what's that word?
Separated.
Separation, don't worry, it's natural because we don't use emulsifiers. We
Right,
have
Yeah.
to
right.
really inform our customers na they can expect this. But it's okay, you have to shake it and then serve it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
shake it and go. Like
Yeah.
the concept of Dream Wide Awake is very interesting. You serve hand poured coffee, you make your own cacao, you make your own milk. The question is, why did you decide to do that? Why did you not outsource? What's behind everything?
Mm. It's actually parang a different version na eh. When we started, it wasn't like this.
was
Mm-hmm.
more.
So we started just like your typical coffee business,
Right.
wherein we get pre-made syrups, we outsource everything din, no?
We were using dairy milk just to
Yeah,
start, yeah.
we were even using plastic cups
Mm-hmm.
Right,
when
right.
we began. So parang how Dream Wide Awake is right now is different from how it started, and we're kind of ano ba? How did it go?
Well, at first we were going to events or doing all these pop-ups kahit dito dun sa may simbahan namin during the
Yeah, simbang
simbang
gabi
gabi. We
Oh,
in the
did that.
village. Yeah.
And we noticed that our waste. I mean, this is too much waste. I mean, there's lots of
right.
plastic and every carton ng milk is just there. Parang, okay, what are we gonna do about this? So and of course we were joining good trade, and we were meeting all these wonderful people about informing us about sustainability, and we were sharing ideas, and our idea actually evolved along the way, that I think maybe we can find a way to remove all this plastic and replace it with bottles, or change this dairy milk into plant-based milk. So yeah, it's a great experience actually to see our business changing to the idea that who it is right now. And
Right. Wow.
yeah,
Such a drastic change. So, um, what made you guys start the business? Is it mainly because you need an extra source of income, or meron talagang deeper meaning, so that we can further
Mm.
understand kung paano nangyari yung transformation of to what Dream Right Away is today?
I think it's fun.
What a deeper meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, it started when we were dating pa lang. So we, so we enjoy going out on coffee shops, ganyan. Tapos we enjoy conversing with each other. Tapos feeling namin parang coffee shop provides that atmosphere for you to exchange stories, like that. And we enjoyed that experience. Tapos kami rin naman kasi during that time we were working in the corporate pa eh.
Mhm.
But we don't see ourselves like growing old there and
Mm.
being you know well, I have a lot of respect for people who are in the corporate world and who live there and who are gain loyalty awards for 15, 30 years,
Wow,
mga
it's
ganon.
actually remarkable.
Yeah. It's just that it's not us.
Mhm.
We're not like that. Parang we want to find we want to create something that's really ours, and
Right.
we don't want to parang if we're working for something really hard, we want it to be something that's really aligned to who we are.
Mm.
So yon, of all our passions, parang we thought na establishing a coffee company would be a good idea kasi during that time, parang pataas pa lang the third wave scene in coffee.
Ah, I
Um,
see.
yeah, yeah. So So like first wave is like your 3-in-1 coffee, mga ganyan.
Mhm.
Second wave is like Starbucks, Coffee Bean, yung mga parang flavored drinks, ganyan. And then the third wave is more like diving into the origins of coffee and appreciating the subtle notes of ganyan, of coffee beans,
Right,
ganyan,
right.
black coffee, home brewing. So parang we thought that establishing our own business and coffee made sense to do that. Yun. Tapos the cacao naman, my lolo actually
Mm.
used to sell cacao. He used to sell cacao drinks. He's from Tarlac, and his name is Lazaro eh.
Okay.
So his nickname is Saro. Tapos in their town, he's called the Sarong Magchochokolate.
Mm.
Because Sarong Magchochokolate because he sells chocolate drinks, ganyan.
Actually, I'm sure you noticed when we were in our bazaars that we have this big brass patikol,
pot.
diba?
Yeah,
Yung brass pot with the batikol, yeah. And when we were before this was 2 years ago, when we were cleaning it, we just noticed that there's engraving underneath. So when we look at it, it says Saro.
Oh,
Nagulat kami, parang, oh wow, this is probably decades old, diba? Kaya? And while we're making all these chocolate drinks, and I look at my wife and I told her, na, you're continuing that, you're continuing that legacy
yeah.
of your grandfather did this, and now the
Parang-
granddaughter's doing it. So
Parang it was a conversation that, transcended time and space. Because my lolo passed away before I was born eh.
Oh,
So I was really surprised that it was there, na nasa ilalim ng brass pot. And parang he used that brass pot for his business before, and now we're using it. So it's really something that's, parang really sentimental, and it has deeper meaning for us because of that. Yeah.
so whenever people ask me, do you sell it? No.
No, we don't sell it.
No, I don't.
The brass pot. Well, that's nice. Do you sell it? No.
buy everything except this. This is ours. I'm not trying to say that flat out. No. Oh my god. I could imagine the feelings when you discover it now. There's the subtle engraving. That feels so
Yeah.
magical. I'm actually having a bit of goosebumps here and there. Parang
Oh.
ang sarap ng pakinggan ng story. And I bet your grandfather is really, really happy and really, really proud that you are indeed continuing his legacy and you're making it bigger and brighter than what he did during his time, since this transcends beyond drinks, right? Because Dream Wide Awake is also a concept wherein you support creatives. Now, how do you do that exactly?
It's actually because in our corporate jobs, I do writing and art direction, and then Christian does photography din naman. So we're kind of in the creative industry na rin. And this business, parang when we established it yung parang we want to cater to the type of people na parang who we are. Kasi yun yung alam namin eh. Yun yung kabisado namin. So parang our end goal is like to have this cafe na wherein talaga siya, something that, that would let you be comfortable to write a novel if you want, or do some art stuff, or have some workshops in there, like that.
Or exhibits,
Yeah.
or just this community of creatives where they can meet there and
Yeah.
exchange ideas.
Part of our plans then actually is to parang commission artists. We just don't have the budget right now, but we've talked to some artist friends, and hopefully when things are easier na, we'll get to collaborate with them na rin and support the arts.
So ngayon kasi we can't we can do events because of the pandemic, but from what we've learned in this pandemic is if we can do things online and bring in ideas while doing things online, I think it's a good thing. It's as long as we can experiment on it and try it.
Yeah.
Wow. This is really exciting for me because I consider myself as a creative, but I'm not really excellent at art compared to the people posting online. But the concept of
no, don't think about that.
What you're doing now is actually
Let us stop you.
Well, what you're doing right now is actually your art,
Yeah,
and we're happy
yeah.
to share this your art with us.
So,
I told you guys they're the most adorable couple in existence. Right.
Just sharing ideas that if you us looks great right now, but if you look behind the scenes and you know history and everything, it's a challenge.
it's a
We've
challenge.
experienced a lot of challenges along the way, and yeah, it's nice that we look cute or
Mm.
anything, but if you know stories about us, better stories about us, and what was that?
Okay, going back to what you said earlier, I love the thing that you mentioned that you wanted to have a coffee space wherein creatives could come in. You can sit there and write your novel the whole day. Cause I, as a creative, I like going out of my personal space because I feel like parang sawa na ako sa nakikita ko dito, so I want to do something new. But so I try my best to find every unique coffee shop that I can. Tapos pupunta ako doon and I'll see if it's different. But the common ground is it's more catered to business people. People of the corporate
Mm.
world, ganyan. And hearing some coffee shop for creatives is like really interesting. And I feel like, yeah, I would love that. I would like a space for that and with workshops and exhibits. And like, if there's a listener or a viewer who wants to have their own exhibit someday and it becomes
Yeah.
suddenly within reach, oh my God, I wish that you can do that. It's amazing. Wow.
You know,
Um,
Sana,
sana,
sana.
sana.
Oo, sana talaga, yeah. And Dream Wide Awake, like the name is very, very fitting. Na how did you come up with the name Dream Wide Awake? Parang it's perfect for you guys and the whole concept and what you are aiming to be in the future.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. um, yeah, aside from coffee, waking up people.
Yeah, okay.
Parang napaka-literal, you know? Coffee wakes up people. No, actually, parang we, ano, we enjoy wordplay. So parang it's a contrast, you know? Parang you're dreaming. When you're dreaming, you're usually asleep, you're not awake, right?
Right,
But
right.
when you dream, oh yeah, when you dream wide awake, parang you try to pursue your passion with eyes wide open, knowing the ups and downs of it, not just dreaming na parang pikit mata na lang, okay, I want to achieve this, and then
Right,
and
right.
then just close your eyes on the negative things that will happen. So for us, parang it's more about seeing life as it is with all the goods and bads, and at the same time, Kao, do you have any
Ayun, actually, I'd probably quote Joya on this one na yung mga dakilang gawa nagbubula sa guni-guni. So, kumbaga, if any people, creative people out there who want to dream, want to start something, it really starts with their mind. You have to think
Right.
about it. And if our products can help you stimulate those ideas and keep you awake,
Right.
we'll be very
yeah,
happy to help you with that. Right.
yeah.
It's also that's the way we thought of building this coffee shop that's doing exactly that purpose.
Mm.
Like I
And
love it.
sumakto rin actually siya, sorry, sumakto rin siya dun sa sustainability advocacy, because
Mm-hmm.
if you're wide awake, you're aware of what's happening around you, and it's not
Right.
just you consume a beverage and then you throw the plastic away. So parang it's like parang being woke at the same time,
Right.
and
Right.
being responsible about stuff like that.
Because
Yeah.
we ourselves we experienced that. Like I mentioned a while ago, that before we had all this trash, well, all this waste, and that's why we changed our business into it's something that really avoids that. So yeah, we use bottles. We don't use. We try not to use plastic anymore, and we avoid dairy as much as we can. Actually, we already avoided dairy, and
Yeah.
so everything is all plant based.
Wow. Like I feel that when you imagine your business, like for everyone possibly, you imagine first, like you don't imagine agad the numbers. Nakikita ako ng 1 million pesos kasi. Ganyan. Usually, what you imagine first is, I'll make this business because I want to help people. But somehow along the way, that gets lost, diba? And seeing you guys, hearing your story, and knowing that you have gone through a lot of ups and downs and lefts and rights, but you still have that heart intact. It's really amazing, and really, it's really really happy to hear. And was it always like that? That the heart of Dream By the Weight was still constant, even if you had hardships and struggles.
The the dream is there. It's never lost, but the heart can sometimes grow weary.
Right, right,
Napaka-poetic eh.
Actually,
right,
it's
right.
true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
It especially when times are hard, you get to a point na parang because entrepreneurs, we see them as people who have everything figured out, no?
Right,
Pero
right.
in reality, it's not like that. It's a really it's a parang what you see is just a highlight reel. You don't see the dirt behind it. You don't see
The
the
struggles, the conflict.
struggles, yeah, the conflict. So with us naman, fortunately, we haven't encountered something that really made us say na, okay, we quit.
Mm,
Not yet. Although there are a lot of times na parang we're nearing that
Yeah, we were times
na
where we were really on the edge. Well, because when you start a business, kasi diba, it's also you need to work with the people with you. I mean, for us, we're a partnership,
right,
and we're
right.
not just business partners. We're also a married couple. So yeah, really have to learn how to mix both, because we've learned along the way that our business will not run if our marriage don't work. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of the struggles that we face then, how to balance our personal life with our business life. And this is the first business that we've established as a couple, as married couple. Na parang we really need to we still have a lot to learn,
Right.
and um parang not let our emotions run wild na parang ayoko na, tama na, ayoko na, let's
Oo.
dissolve it, something like that.
Right.
So yun, parang I guess it's just para since we both dream for this din naman eh.
Mm-mm.
Kumbaga parang aligned kami na we both want something that advocates sustainability. We want something that supports
Mm.
the creatives, and we want something that supports local, promotes yung mga anti-consumerism na na angles, like that. We even want to have our own farm in the
Yeah,
future.
actually,
Wow!
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
a
we want to
future.
be farmers.
So we always think we are different people in some sense, but our goal, I guess, our dream is aligned. It's the same. So
Right.
we always,
Yeah,
yeah, going back to your question a while ago, na
yeah.
how we're able to keep it going, is we always think about that in the end we want the same thing.
Yeah.
So for the business, also for the marriage.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. So is um is that the thing that really helps you guys? Like, for example, you have a personal conflict outside of business, then suddenly you need to go to this food park to bring Dream Might away. How do you separate how do you separate the conflict at home to the business once you go outside?
Mm,
Mm,
hmm.
it's hard to do that,
Yeah, actually, it's
pero
very
if
hard.
we like have a bazaar, and it depends actually. I'll tell you a secret. Sometimes iniiwanan ko siya. So,
I mean, you can see
so
how small yet how compact our coffee booth is.
Oh yeah,
So
guys, it's so
yeah.
amazing this
sometimes I
park.
do it
It's
all
really big.
on my own. Yeah, but let's ito lang. Yeah, we are the conflicts. We experience conflicts along the way, but we also need to. We're a business, so we have to maintain a business mindset. So it's hard, but we need to keep going.
Right.
So sometimes if I go alone, or sometimes she does some difficult work back home. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think the thing that keeps us going is we need to do it.
Right.
We shouldn't stop, because if we
Right.
stop, and might as well we give up on our marriage anyway kung nag-stop kami dun sa thing that we are working on. So yeah,
Yeah. So like that. It's like that. So sometimes pag nakita mo siyang mag-isa, may something dito.
No, well,
pero yeah.
kung the end times naman na nakita ko kayo sa fair, never ko kayo nakitang magkahiwalay. So, it's a sign na every time nakikita ko kayo, okay, di sila magkaaway na.
nung tumalikod ka.
Kaya alam mo yan, para pupunta kami sa fair, magkagalit kami, and then something wonderful happens, like there's this wonderful conversation with the customer, and para after that, we feel happy na, okay, nagbabati na rin naman na kami afterwards.
Yeah, madaming times
like that.
Away kami, and then daming dumating ng customers. So, and we kasi we need to move as a team.
Yeah.
So, and during that time, I think we are sync. Everything is working well. Yes. And then afterwards, we look at each other and say, oh, that was nice. I think it's working. Yeah. So, we talk things through, and then, we do it again.
I'm sort of speechless as to how you guys incorporate how you handle your relationship into your business. Kasi it comes out as if, diba, what they usually teach is that you really separate 100% your personal life to your business life. But somehow you guys are able to intertwine it somehow, and it works out beautifully. And wow, I'm really happy for you guys. And really excited for the future of Dream Wide Awake. And since Dream Wide Awake has, dami ng pinagdaanan, what is your biggest personal achievement as a business?
Okay, I'll go first. For me, it's because the business, when I see the business, it's not only in its fruition or when we get a lot of revenue. Yeah, of course. Don't get me wrong. Those are important because you can't run a business without those. But for me, my biggest achievement is, I grew. I see that I grow in this business, not only in the business but also in the marriage. Because if you're working on the business and you don't grow and you don't help other people grow along with it, then I mean, the business might stop, may not work because of that. And I think that's my biggest achievement as we got this far, and we're still continuing to grow.
Wow.
Yeah. For me naman parang, so for me parang there will always be a bigger achievement in the future. Kasi parang we're dreaming big step by step siya eh. So we have a goal in the future na parang we already have this cafe, ganyan. But parang I'd like to answer your question with a twist na, what's your most memorable achievement?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Like for us, when we were in the corporate, right? So we earn income. We're used to all our life, we're used to other entities, other people handing the money to us.
Right.
And not yung other people giving us the salary.
Right.
So when we first gave ourselves salary, know what? For several months when we established Dream Wide Awake, for several months we weren't giving ourselves salaries. So everything pasok lang sa business, ganyan, paikot lang sa business. But then somebody told us that, hey, you should reward yourself. Parang celebrate even little milestones. Kahit 500 pesos lang na salary, ganyan. Give yourself that. So we were earning, in the corporate world, more than 500, of course. And during that time, we gave ourselves salary, 300 pesos.
Okay.
Each.
Okay.
So, 300 pesos each. 300 by each or 300 for both?
300 each.
Okay.
But when we got the 300, I was like,
super saya. Alam mo yung sobrang, yung parang barya-barya gaya, pinapay-pay namin ganyan. Sobrang saya namin kasi parang, oh my God, this is quite an achievement na napasweldo ko yung sarili ko for the first time. And this is really hard-earned money. So we like going out on dates sa Japanese restaurants, ganyan,
we like
ramen. So, during that time, we went to this cheap ramen store na parang meron silang promo na 99 pesos. Na ramen. Sobrang tuwan-tuwa na kami na may only rice and
Kasi only rice
whatsoever.
ay 99 pesos eh. Ako naman,
Wait,
ako,
99 pesos Japanese
Yeah.
restaurant tapos only
Ah,
rice?
yeah, yeah.
Ano yan?
Oo, diba? So, alam na lang kung saan namin nahanap yun, diba? Pero may nahanap kami. Ganun. Tapos we spent that money and we were really happy. It was really fulfilling for us na parang we want to go back to that feeling. Kasi us as human beings, parang we're hard to be satisfied eh.
Mm-mm.
Parang you get this great car and then another model comes along in the future and parang yung great car na nakuha mo ayaw mo na ngayon.
Oo.
You want that other car. So
Right.
parang that kind of feeling, we always want to go back to that and
Right.
see that as a very big achievement. You don't need billions of pesos to feel successful. You just have to, you know, have something so meaningful that it touches you, even if it's not that really expensive.
and it's not just about it's not just about money or salary. It's also because when we were working in corporate, a big chunk of our time and effort is used for us, for not for the reasons that we want.
Right.
And when we start exerting effort and using our time for things that we really believe in, it's really fulfilling. And it's
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, business is really a challenge, but to work on it knowing that all your effort is going into the business, it's worth it.
Wow. Wow. Out of a lot of my past interviewees, it's like the common denominator is they were in corporate. Then they realized that their hard work is not benefiting them besides financials and well, the benefits of being an employment. Then they want something more. And they did different strategies to shift from the corporate to the passion that they have today. How did it go for you guys, the shift? Did you just left everything and went or just little by little?
So even when we were still working in corporate, we always had this idea we want to start our own business. And so we thought, okay, we're going to try lunchtime. We're going to think about, we're going to plan because lunchtime is supposed to be your time, the bar.
Right, right.
And lunchtime we had our laptop in front of us still working. So yeah, we still couldn't work on the business. So we thought, I think one of us should resign. So that would be her.
Yeah, I
So
left first.
in 2018 February she left first, and then I stuck with in corporate. And yeah, she started the business already. She worked it. However,
Right,
I think running a business, it's really have to focus on it.
right.
And since we are a business partnership and we're also a married couple, I think we realized that we need to work on this both of us on this one. So a few months later, I'm the one who resigned, and so we basically left our corporate jobs and made this our full time. So it's actually a good decision
Leap of
because
faith.
yeah, it's a leap of faith because
Yeah.
we put ourselves in a position like it's out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
So we for a long time we were working in corporate, so it's out of comfort zone. But because of that, we were out of our comfort zone. We thought of ideas and we made those ideas happen. We experimented, we tried, we failed, we try again. Because if we were working in corporate, we wouldn't be able to do this. So yeah, it's a good thing that we did it because if not for that, we won't be able to. Like we said a while ago, we won't be able to build that table. We won't be able to go to events. So
Yeah.
Wow. Like, I can imagine days after you took that leap of faith that, was there a day, kahit 1 week into jumping or 2 weeks na parang you guys realize na, what were we thinking? Can we do it?
No, actually, what gave us the courage is the idea that hey, if this fails, if the business fails, we can always go back to the corporate
Right, my
world.
point,
You
yeah.
know, parang so it's also nice na parang time is on our side kasi
Right.
we can still apply for jobs na with age namin hindi rin naman ganun ka ano na um when you start a business kasi and you're fairly younger, though we're not really that young anymore. We're in our 50s na. Um, no joke. No, we're
Yeah,
in
Sorry,
you know
guys.
Philippines.
this. Medyo mag-please.
What?
No.
Lalaki yung
So,
mata niya.
Kasi I'm like,
so
inassume ko nga, I told you, inassume ko mag-boyfriend na kayo kasi inassume ko na you're like
yeah,
my age
yeah,
and RK's age, then you're gonna tell me that you're 50s and I'm like, sinong
You got her.
JPJ na talaga niya dyan? Dasal ako na.
yeah. So yun nga, parang some people kasi they build a business na parang pa-retire na sila like that. So it's also good time for us na parang we found that courage to take that leap of faith during a time na we felt like if it doesn't work then we can go back to corporate. And that's actually one of the things that we did to cope with COVID right now.
Mm-mm.
Since sales is not that big,
Yeah,
and
there are no events, so we can't do events,
yeah.
so we only do online selling.
So yeah, we took parang freelancing jobs,
Right.
and then when the freelancing is still not yet that stable, we took day jobs. So yun, alam mo yun, parang sometimes it's success is not really a straight line. It's
Right.
parang ups and downs. So it's a roller coaster ride, and you just have to parang go through it and keep your eye on the goal. Now, even if you're not where you really want to be at this very certain moment, just trust in the process that there's learning here right now, whether you like your situation or not. Life is teaching you something, and parang just in a way make lemons out of lemonades,
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
From the people that we meet along the way, especially when people who introduce us about mindfulness, about
Mm.
meditation, yoga, they always tell us that you are exactly where you need to be. So even though when where we are is why are we doing this?
Yeah.
It's difficult, but maybe we're experiencing this because it's going to teach us something that we will apply in the future.
Wow, very well said. As in, I think that's the kind of message that people, well, honestly, that I want to hear at this time. It
Mm.
goes beyond the no, this is okay. Just make the most out of this. Like it, you gave fullness, meaning to the usual comfort to that people say during this time. Thank you so much. Wow, parang um the passion for Dream Wide Awake is really with you guys. I mean, individually and also as a couple. And I mean, congratulations. And I'm really excited for what happens to Dream Wide Awake next. And I'm really proud of
Thank
what you
you,
guys
thank you.
have been through. And I'm really, really happy na na-meet ko kayo sa good day. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
grabe, sobrang, ang surreal lang na it's you're the kind of people that I guess that's why may mga times na marami kayong customer na nagchichika lang. Like me, pag dumadaan ako sa inyo. Kasi you're the kind of couple or the kind of people that exudes approachability na parang malayo pa lang, ramdam mo na if you want to talk to somebody, talk to us and we'll give you coffee. The goodness, the positivity, the aura, sobrang infectious, and I
Oh, thank
really wish
you,
the best for you guys. Really, 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 really great for you
thank
guys.
you,
And
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Gosh, like from the heart, totoo lang. And Dream Wide Awake is really a great concept, and I look forward to what happens next. Do I get to know what happens next to Dream Wide Awake?
Maybe we don't need to get to the real goal. Maybe what we can tell you is we actually attended some seminars about plant-based diet. Yeah, that's one. Because we
Mm-hmm.
want to apply that idea into our business. It's going to be fully um, plant-based, organic, non-GMO. Um,
Yeah, more life force na ingredients. Um, Yun, so that's one of our visions, honoring nature, honoring the wisdom of the evolution of stuff in life and in not trying to use man-made ingredients na very artificial and harmful to the body.
Right.
So we're kind of trying to strike a balance between that because we have a very niche market and the
Mm-mm.
concept is very unique. So it's quite a challenge for us. And in a way, we're kind of grateful na this kind of realization came during this time na medyo nagle-lay-low yung business. Kasi at least parang we have more time to do back-end experimentations para hopefully when this is all, sorted out in the world, when the earth is not sick anymore, we get to introduce this new concept to the
Oh my
customers.
god, I
So
really
what
look
this
forward
pandemic
to.
is telling us is basically people we need to be healthier.
Mm.
Not just the word. I mean, because of all the pandemic, we need to be, I guess, closer to each other, not just to the family, but also to friends. It's valuable. So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, we really miss going out with meeting our friends, especially in the both in the SME, in our business, our colleagues. So
Yeah. So hi to all the SMEs out there. Kapit lang.
lang, cope.
Yeah, kapit lang.
Kaya
Things will
natin to.
get better. Yeah.
2 weeks na lang matatapos sa 2020. Kaya natin to.
So 2020 talaga yun eh.
Oo actually. Suddenly, I remember this meme that I read on the internet. Parang text conversation siya. Na, it says na, God, kinakausap isang angel. Then sabi ni God na parang, did you already put the disasters in the 2020s? And then the angel was like, yeah, I did. Wait, 2020s? Yeah, the decade of 2020. Then the angel was, oh, I thought only 2020.
Kaya pala na sa isang taon.
Grabe, parang lahat ng pwedeng maranasan, naranasan na
Kasi
natin.
I remember the first January 2020 we were in Baguio and Taal happened.
Right,
It seems
right.
like a long time ago. Taal seems like a long
I
time
know,
ago.
right?
There were
Forest
forest
fire,
fires.
earthquakes, like that.
You know what? I think because this episode will come out at one of the last 2 weeks of the year, and I think it's really nice to have you guys talking about your message and dream wide awake. And I think it's an appropriate episode, lalo na since we're leaving 2020 behind, and hopefully we leave behind all of the badness and negativity, and we go to 2021 in a new light. And I'm really happy to see that you guys are still really passionate about Dream Wide Awake. And if I may ask, what is your message to the people out there who are either stuck or they want to move forward but they don't know how?
Okay, for people who are thinking about, let's say, sustainability,
Right.
this world is designed for convenience. Um, it's convenient that we see chemicals in our food because chemicals in our food, or we use a lot of plastic. Yes, it will be a challenge to break out from this convenience, but we have to stick with it.
Right.
It's much cheaper and effortless to use plastic or chemicals, but um, my advice is you need to stick with that. You need to believe in it. Because eventually you realize that who you are is what makes you different from the other.
Right.
Yeah. In the same line, believe in what you want, believe in your passion, and don't keep your eyes out on him, keep your eyes on the prize, like that.
Right. Right. Right.
Stick to the goal, and as long as it's aligned with who you are right now, passion may evolve, diba? Parang
Mm-mm.
we learn things along the way, we unlearn things along the way, but then there's this essence that remains, that you know that
You never change.
it will never change. It's really what you want in life, though it will be on a different form na, but you know in your heart that it's really what you want. So just be brave and think that whatever life throws your way is just a lesson that's waiting to be learned. Na lang. Just be brave, be courageous, because if you really, really, really want it and really pursue it, the universe will hear you, and things will fall into place. You will get surprised talaga na parang sometimes you will be nudged at a different direction na you wouldn't even know na, uy, ito pala yung gusto ko talaga in the first place. Kasi that's what happened to us eh. Parang through bazaars, through fairs, we met a lot of people. We got to exchange stories and conversations with them. As we realized na parang, okay, along the way pala, parang life is teaching us lessons and pushing us towards this path that's really more resonating more for us. That makes more sense for us talaga. So yun, just stick to your what your heart is telling you, and you will be led to the path.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, thank you. Thank you so
If
much.
you see us, yeah, we might look okay, but behind this, it's we're struggling. We
Yeah.
have conflict. That's what business is all about. I mean, maybe so some people they see only the good things, but behind that, it's really a roller coaster
It's
ride.
a mess.
It's a mess, yeah. But if you go through it, just go on, try things, learn new things, unlearn the old things, and just
Trust the
trust
process
the
now
process.
and
That's the
enjoy the
process.
journey.
And stick with your passion.
Yeah.
There's really something in your whatever your passion is. There's something in there that you will never change, and you have to stick with that. Everything else might change, but that one is something really in your heart.
Hold on to
Hold
that.
on to it.
Wow. Wow. Grabe. Wow. Super thank you, Christian and Ella. It's really those final words. Parang it encapsulates everything that you have said from zero 0.00 minute second of this episode up until now. Thank you. Very well said.
Thank you.
Wow. Team Dream Wide Awake, guys. Ooh. I love that bit.
Just stay with it.
Special in it.
Every time we make a good sale dun sa bazaar before. Yeah.
Some say they're so adorable, even if they think they're not really adorable.
Away kami. Hindi nyo lang alam,
Ay, di ko na.
guys.
Di ba na alam?
Daming challenges
Yeah.
talaga.
Dami challenges.
But I think
Yeah.
the important part is, despite all of your conflict and your hardships and everything that happens behind the camera and behind the food park and the business and everything, I think what's important that even if halos every minute, every second kayo mag-away, the love is still there, the common goal is still there, the want, the desire, the discipline to move forward together is still there. And I think I can't say I'm not yet married, but I think that's what makes it work for you guys. I can really clearly see it, like yung tingin yung dalawa, ganyan, hindi lang siya yung basta nakakakilig, yung parang meron kayong pagkakaintindihan. It's really nice to see on camera. Like parang yun yung totoong
Aww.
relationship goals na parang kahit mahirap, you you guys have that common want to push through. So parang it will be okay eventually. Kahit magulo
Oh,
ngayon, it
that's
will be
nice. Thank you. Thank you for letting us, for sharing that with us.
It's
Kasi,
words that a couple like us would really love to hear.
yeah. It's marriage really isn't easy. Don't go into it. No, just joking. Is RK listening? No.
Maybe don't listen to this episode anymore.
RK, please skip this one.
Tell you all about it.
It's really hard. So, parang, alam mo yan, parang this conversation, this exchange, as always, we enjoy talking to you. No? You're one of our favorite na people to exchange stories with during pop-up. So, thank you for dropping that quote to us, because it lets us know na okay, kahit nag-aaway pala kami. Actually, kanina rin nag-aaway din kami.
Yeah.
So kaya may delay.
Actually, it's either the small things po or things that really goes
Yeah.
all the way big history of our marriage. Ganun talaga eh. We experience this a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there may be couples here that also going listening to this, and they're going to think, yeah, we experience the same thing, and that may be for another conversation. I think that would be interesting, that couples talking about uh, their marriage and business. So
Right, right.
we
Yeah.
look forward to share ideas.
Looking forward to that episode. Yes. Yes. Mangyayari yun, guys. Promise. I will make sure.
See.
Thank you so much again for gracing this
Thank you.
small screen with your presence and your passion for your business and talking about how you were able to mix your personal life to your business and how it became something this big and beautiful, and it will be even more beautiful and bigger in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank
Who,
you. Thank you.
where can we find you? Where can we find Dream Wide Awake?
Hmm.
Right. Well, we have a Instagram. Okay.
Website.
Well,
Okay.
we have a website. We're also in Instagram and also in Facebook. So it's a Dream Wide Awake PH. Yeah. So
And for Instagram and Facebook, Dream Wide Awake PH. And our website, so this is made in collaboration with Global Linker and DTI. So it's dreamwideawake.linker.store.
.linker.store.
Store.
store.
Yes.
Yeah, store.
Don't worry, guys. I will link everything in the description
Oh
box
yes,
below.
please.
Thank you. Thank
Of
you.
course. One last question. For anyone who will be trying Dream Wide Awake for the first time, what would you recommend?
Hmm. My personal favorite actually is peppermint mocha.
Wow. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you have peppermint mocha
Especially,
already?
yeah, we have
Oh
peppermint
my god,
mocha.
peppermint mocha!
Oo nga, hindi mo pa yata nakikita yun. Yeah, so, Christmas season, holidays, I think it's a good drink to have during this time. Yeah.
How
Well,
about you?
I think when you met us, you ordered our drinks, diba? As in
Yeah.
either coffee or cacao. What we've been doing now, especially in this pandemic, is we've been making pure cashew milk. Because for this cashew milk, you don't just add it in your coffee. You can also add it to your cereal, your oatmeal. We use it for with chocolate, plant-based chocolate.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of good.
yeah, it's a good alternative to dairy. It's healthier. It's no preservatives, no emulsifiers, so, and it's fresh. All locally made.
Yeah, and all natural ingredients.
Yes. Very well said, you guys. Peppermint mocha and their cashew milk. Try it now. Go. Well, tinaka ko Try it now. Go. Thank you so much, Ella and
Thank
Christian. It's really been
you.
an honor to talk to you guys today, and I really wish
Same
all the
here.
best for Dream Wide Awake and for the both of you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
thank
Thank you,
you. Okay,
man.
we'll see you soon.
Keep safe.
Thank you. So, guys, thank you so much. If you're still listening to this episode, thank you for sticking around. And if you like what you see or you have any questions for me or for Team Dream Wide Awake, just hit us up a message in the comment section or just message us at Mabuhai Maxima on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you like this episode, and I'll see you on the very next one. Bye bye now.
Bye.